So it's been a few days and I've been using the shower and it's been working amazingly, but we need to patch this up because I got water going down there. So I'll do that by first drying that area out. And we're going to mix some JB Weld, this epoxy resin that I love because it's rock hard, water resistant, weather resistant, heat resistant. I love it. So yeah, just doing a casual mixture, but I'm using latex gloves, otherwise it's going to be a nightmare to get off my skin. Okay, so it's the next morning and I just done the second layer of epoxy. So let's wait for that to cure, and I think I can sand that. Obviously I'm going to need some more tiles since I'm removing the power shower, and the radiator has 2 broken tiles as well. So I was at B&Q looking at tiles and I found the exact same ones. And it only cost me £12 for 20 tiles. But obviously, I like to cycle and I was getting a new chain ring. No, new chain, because apparently it was my chain that was the issue and not the chain ring. But I had to cycle back with the tiles, so they were all in here and that was freaking heavy. So I also needed some new butane, but apparently propane goes hotter. But yeah, I cycled all these tiles. That's 10 of them here, I think, and then 10 more in the other. I put them in another little bag so they could be stacked on top rather than side by side. Wait a minute, this is a pack of 40. I don't understand how I got them so cheap, just £12. Look at that. And hopefully I didn't crack any of them. So yeah, they were like stacked side by side, but it wouldn't have been possible to fit in like that, so I re-established them. Oh, look at all that shoulder, I need to clean that up. Let's remove this fucking power shower that I hate and get rid of it finally, because now we've got an awesome mixer with a shower built in. So hooray for that. Okay, so the radiator in the kitchen is resolved. So now we need to resolve this one because we had leaks here, here, and then they drip downwards. So we've got a brand new one here. It's the same kind of dimensions, 1100 this way by 45 across. Yeah, you can see some more damage because when I was applying this I wasn't really sure, or I wasn't as knowledgeable now in what I was doing. So you can see I over tightened them and ended up cracking those tiles, or maybe I drilled them wrong and I fixated those copper pipe covers poorly, so everything just looked like a mess. But yeah, that aside, I mean, I had a couple of leaks in the shower, in the radiator anyway, so that needed to go, and I can do this professionally. Well, I believe it's still a professional standard now, considering I believe I know what I'm doing a bit better now. But let's get rid of those tiles first and replace them with brand new ones. And you will see my special method of how I did all these tiles, because all those tiles that you see in the bathroom were actually made by me. Well, not the tiles themselves, I mean the arrangement of them, sticking of them, alignment, etc. They were applied by me. I mean, I didn't make those tiles from scratch. I mean, I bought those tiles and then applied them. But yeah, before we do that, let's get rid of the radiator. We removed it, get rid of the water in the pipes, I suppose, because I don't want the water from the radiators just flowing non-stop. I need the flow to stop, basically, so that's what I'm doing now. So yeah, I mean, I'm draining any excess, and you see those pipes that were in a closet, we're going to get rid of them because they no longer need to be there, because the water source for the mixer tap is going to be from the existing pipes that is under the bathtub, because for the power shower I had a separate source. Well, the originating point from the water was the same, but they split off into different sections for some reason. And you see the pipes here. We've got loads of pipes, so this is coming from downstairs and then splitting off into different areas. So we've got a gas pipe there, we've got a return pipe from the boiler that is hot, one is cold, and then the mains pipe from the downstairs. So yeah, we've got basically quite a few different mixtures of pipes here, and I thought I'd put a label on what is what so I don't make any stupid mistakes like I did in the previous episodes where I cut the wrong pipe and it turned out to be gas and I had an emergency day or two sorting out an issue that I caused, which was ridiculous. I couldn't believe I did that. Anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, YouTube decides to promote a video where I look like an idiot rather than when I actually do things correctly. Thanks for that. But what are you gonna do? That's just typical internet behavior, isn't it? They promote when you fail rather than when you do things well. Typical. Anyway, moving on from that, let's get rid of those pipes in the closet as we don't need them, and we can make that area nice and neat, and we can actually utilize that area better later for the storage. But I'm gonna basically, so yeah, I'm actually cutting off the excess now and just gonna kind of isolate it like this. I don't want to isolate it any further because this is just the easiest way and no one will see these pipes. And I don't have actually an end cap, so I'm just making one DIY with an isolator valve, and these isolator valves are great in terms of stopping. But I'm basically turning it at 90 degrees so it doesn't actually move, and then I grinded it off so you cannot adjust it further. And now we basically got an stop cap in a way. One is a true stop cap and the other one is an isolator valve turned at 90 degrees, and then I grinded it off so you wouldn't be able to turn it. Doesn't look the best, but this is going to be concealed anyway, and you see I've got labels everywhere: gas, water, hot, water return, and I have even labels of what it used to go to, so I don't ever think of like what is that, so I know what it was used for. Now these pipes are going to be a bit of a issue to remove as there are awkward angles and bends and shapes. See, I'm struggling a little bit, and we had this power cable, and obviously the power is switched off at the moment, and that was going to the power shower. I might reuse this cable for a bathroom TV if in case anyone ever wants to have a bath. A bit of a crazy idea, but hey, why not? It could be used for that in the future. Might be a fun idea. And I also of course need to remove these tiles because there were a lot of holes from the power shower, power mixer. Let's get rid of those pipes first because they're getting in the way and I can't actually remove those tiles until those pipes are gone. So let's do a bit more bending, and I'm gonna have to destroy before I actually neaten and fix up first. And you can see I'm using like a straight plank with a hammer to pry it without actually like just making the hammer go inside the plasterboard, if that makes sense. Like a term, like a way of lifting it and how do I say it? Like changing the leverage and spreading it out. I don't know how to phrase that correctly, but you can see my sketchy way of spreading my grout, my waterproof grout, and I use just my fingers, and I put it on the wall first and put it on the tile, and then once it's actually aligned, use a mildly wet sponge or some kitchen wipes, kitchen towels. You can see we've got a few more cracked tiles that I still need to remove, and that was from either poor drilling or too much pressure. So let's get them out. And I'm using a, what's it called, multi-tool attachment, multi-cutting tool. Bit of a weird name for the tool. Basically it's the one that oscillates back and forth, left to right. Really good tool. I'm really actually glad that I bought one. And I originally was planning to actually reuse the existing position for the new radiator, but I thought, hey, you know, since I'm doing this and I'm since I'm moving the actual pipes, I might as well actually hide them completely. So I had a change of plans. Actually, I decided to actually just move the pipes to the ceiling instead of behind the wall. Excuse me, I got a bit of a cough. So yeah, I'm gonna change my mind in a minute. Continue with the removal. Pretty straightforward. A lot of hammering because I only want to remove the tiles that I need to remove. I don't want to remove any excess ones. I think around 10 tiles I replaced in total. In the next one, we're actually going to be fitting the radiator, so it's a bit more satisfying the next one, because we already have good results in the next one, and it's going to be much more interesting because everything is going to start working.